Alright, how's it going, guys? In this video, what we're going to be doing is CompTIA Security Plus SY0-601 Domain 2 quiz, which is architecture and design. So that's what we're going to be focusing on today. I thought it would be a really good one to do because this is like kind of a weird area within the exam, because a lot of people would think in Security Plus you're kind of just doing like malware analysis or things like that, or like trying to figure out what went wrong in the system or something like that, but this is actually a really big part in the exam, so we're going to focus on it a little bit. I want to apologize for the upload delays. I've been a little sick on top of that. Like I said, I just got a new job too, so I've been doing that and just living life, also just having a good time. But we are back nonetheless, and we're going to get right into this one. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. So first question: which of the following represents the primary purpose of a demilitarized zone, DMZ, in a network architecture? So our first one is to isolate critical systems from the internet, to provide a secure area for wireless access points, to segregate internal networks from external networks, or to store backups of critical data. So I can give you guys a little bit to think about that one. You can pause the video if you need a little bit more time. For this one, the answer is going to be to segregate internal networks from external networks. That's going to be our best answer. That's usually what we'd use a DMZ for. So question 2, which architectural concept focuses on the implementation of controls to protect data as it is moved through the network? So we have defense in depth, secure coding practices, data classification, or data loss prevention. Now, the answer for this one, if you remember from your studies, protecting data as it moves through a network, this should be a dead giveaway. It's going to be data loss prevention. When you think of data loss prevention, usually you will see in a lot of exam practice questions as well. Data loss prevention and email, they're going to be very closely linked together. So whenever you see email traffic that needs to be protected, the answer is typically going to be DLP, data loss prevention. So question 3. Which of the following is a characteristic of a virtual private network, or a VPN? So we have: it uses encryption to secure data transmissions, it requires a physical connection between networks, it operates at the transport layer of the OSI model, or it provides protection against physical threats. Now, I'm pretty sure all of us know that a VPN is not going to help us with a physical threat. We would need some kind of a barrier or something like that, like bollards or something. But the best answer for this one is going to be: it uses encryption to secure data transmission. Now, question 4. Which security concept ensures that users are granted only the privileges necessary to perform their specific tasks? So this is a pretty easy one also. We have defense in depth, least privilege, separation of duties, and job rotation. So if you've taken CompTIA A+ or Network Plus, you should really remember this question, or you should remember what this is. If you haven't taken your A+ or Network Plus, I really recommend you do that before you take your Security Plus, by the way. I always do see a lot of people that take Security Plus or try to take Security Plus right out the gate trying to get into tech. And it's just not a good look. You're gonna have a really hard time. So just better do that. But the answer for this one is going to be least privilege. We want to give them the least privilege to do their job. Question 5. Which of the following is an advantage of using a cloud service provider, CSP, for hosting infrastructure? So we have reduced reliance on internet connectivity, increased physical control over the environment, higher upfront capital expenditure, or scalability and flexibility of resources. Now, if we know anything about cloud, if we remember anything about cloud, when we were learning about cloud in Security Plus studies also, I know some of you guys have taken AWS certifications as well, or Azure. That's great. But the answer for this one is going to be scalability and flexibility of resources. That is always a benefit of cloud, typically. I'm not going to say always, because I'm not going to say this is always going to be the case with cloud, but it's typically one. Question 6. Which cryptographic algorithm is commonly used for secure email? So we have a cryptography question. The toughest section I had I had trouble with this section when I was studying for it, but I'm gonna get right into it. So we have RSA, AES, RC4, or Blowfish. So the cryptographic algorithm that's used to secure email is RSA. That is going to be the cryptographic algorithm we're going to use. Question 7. What is the purpose of implementing a VPN concentrator in a remote access architecture? So we have to provide secure authentication for remote users, to encrypt network traffic between remote users and the network, to aggregate and manage VPN connections from multiple remote users, or to establish a secure tunnel for remote access protocols. So if we read the question again, it says, what is the purpose of implementing a VPN concentrator in a remote access architecture? So keywords VPN concentrator and in a remote access architecture. Our answer would be to aggregate and manage VPN connections from multiple remote users. That's kind of a trick question, but nonetheless, we'll get it correct if we do read the question. So question 8. Which of the following technologies is used to verify the integrity of downloaded software before installation? This is a pretty easy one. I think you guys will get this one no problem. We have honeypot, intrusion detection system, or IDS, digital signature, or a man trap. So the answer for this one, I hope you guys got this one. It's pretty easy, but it's going to be digital signature. That is how you would. Okay, so question 9. Which of the following is a characteristic of a fault-tolerant system? So we have minimal redundancy in hardware components, increased likelihood of a single point of failure, high availability and resilience, or low cost compared to standard systems. So the characteristic of a fault-tolerant system. So this is going to be a pretty easy one too. We're going to have high availability and resilience. Those are always going to be two characteristics of something that is fault-tolerant. And last but not least, question 10. What is the primary purpose of using hashing algorithms in the storage of passwords? So to encrypt the password during transmission, to store the password in plain text format, to ensure the integrity of the password during storage, or to generate a random password for each user. So what we use a hashing algorithm for is we're going to think about, right, hashing is going to be integrity. So it's going to ensure the integrity of the password during storage. All right, and that was the last question for us today. I hope you guys did well on that quiz. I know I needed it for a little refresher as well, because it's been like, I think almost a month since I passed Security Plus. But I'm glad you guys could join me today. By the way, we just hit 40 subscribers, and that's awesome. I'm really happy about that. Happy you guys are getting help as well, that you guys are going for these certifications. It's really great to see you guys do that. But if you guys got any value out of this content, please remember to like and subscribe. It really helps out a ton. And I will see you guys in the next one.